Hey everybody, thanks for watching, and just a quick reminder that Soul Purpose is not available, as well as the agenda and the strategy. So a lot of you guys have been asking about the next big sale. Here it is. And, I'm going to do this sale one more time. And, this is my entire catalog. This is everything. This will include the audio and video book, as well as Stock Market 1 and 2. You're going to get everything, digital downloads. I'm going to do it this last time for $89.99. So it's no excuse. This is so much work. This is everything that I put out. And, people think it's too much for $20, for a video. This is a lot of work. You have no idea how much time and effort I put into everything I'm about to give you for only $89.99. If you don't take advantage now, because it's going to be over Monday, that's on you. I have no control over that. So I'm going to do it again because a lot of people trying to catch up. It's a lot of new people. So I'm going to put it out. I don't want to hear nothing about, past sales or what have you. This is just how it goes. I'm not trying to scam anybody or get over on anybody. Sometimes it sells, sometimes it's not. If you take advantage, you took advantage. If you missed it, that's not on me. So I'm going to do this again. I appreciate everybody's support, everybody who has been buying. So I'm going to do this sale again through the weekend. It's going to end Monday for sure. Everything, digital downloads, going to be through payloads. And again, with payloads, understand, if you're new, if your link expires, all you have to do is use the original link to request more time on a download site. That's it. Your link will expire, don't last forever. But if it does, just simply use the same link, click on it, and just request more time and give it some time. It will get granted. You will get more time. Be patient. But this is it. Like, take advantage of the sale. I'm telling you, take advantage of it. The stock market and the audio and video book for the self-inflicted religious deception costs more than this entire thing. So I don't know what else to do after this. Like, I've been trying to be, fair, and I've been more than fair. I put the videos out for $5 before, $10. People didn't support. And I appreciate everybody who takes advantage. I know stuff out here, they're not giving out unemployment no more. I know a lot of people struggling. So this is one of the reasons why I'm doing that. People think I was just born rich. I've been there. I've been poor. I lived in an abandoned house. I went a week without eating. I lived in a house with no electricity. I know how it feels to be poor and be down and be struggling and going through shit. I've been through that. So understand. So I try to do this to be fair, and it's up to you guys to take advantage of the sales, because I can't, it's not much I can do. I still have stuff to do, people to pay, and bills to pay. So, I appreciate everybody who supported, and it's not really fair to everybody for me to be doing this because people bought every single one. So it's how shit work. Every company does this. It's just how it goes, because you gotta help people who can't really, grab everything like you can. Fortunate to be in the situation you are in to where you can do that, but not everybody is as fortunate. So here it is. Take advantage, and I don't want to hear nothing after this. Here's the opportunity. But get into this video real quick. And stock market. So people waiting on stock market 3, and I know a lot of emails from you guys. You guys are funny. But of course, if you paid attention to stock market 1, I told you guys. Now, the reason why you should be smiling and happy right now is because every single stock tip that I gave you, all of the companies I gave you, is what? They're down. Every single one of them, except for one. It's up a little bit. So what is that in line with? It's in line with exactly what I was telling you with stock market 1, that this would happen. I told you guys it would go down. The stock's going to go down. This is how these corporations build capital. They're getting the suckers out. So all you suckers that emailed me, told me you sold your stock, that's on you. If I was you, I would run back and buy in. So that's what's going to happen. What they're building capital 1. As I said, remember, they have your money. So quick scenario. You paid $10 for the stock, let's say. Say you buy in the stock at $10, right? And then it goes down by half. If you sold at $5, you just gave them however many shares you had, half of it. You just gave them that money. That's gone. They only got to give you half back. It's like you giving me $10 and I give you back 5. I'm supposed to give you back the whole 10, but I just give you back 5. I got, $5 free for every single stock that you had. Instead of you being smart and saying, hold up, it dropped in half. Let me buy more. This is what they're counting on. For those who sell, to sell. And then for those who know, to buy more. And then for people who on the outside, new investors, to look at it and say, whoa, the stock was at 10. This is a good company. I've done my research. Let me buy in. Those people are going to pay for you selling. The company's not going to lose any money. The corporation is just going to gain all the money. Plain and simple. It's new money. They waiting you out. You are buying and selling with another person, not the company. The company has all the money. Corporation has all the money. The stock is just a stock. It's not, you don't have that money. So not only are you going to give up half, you're going to give up fees as well. You have to pay fees. And you have to wait to get your money. So much scenarios, so many things. So you should be happy because it's doing exactly what I predicted it would do. Sit on it, wait, buy a lot more because that's what I did. Keep buying them. This company is going to shoot up. Everybody starts like this. These companies I gave you, I've done my research. You got to trust me on this. Now, those videos is not just about stocks. It gets into other stuff as well, part 3, because there's a lot going on with the economy. I'm waiting for some things to happen first before I finish putting out part 3, because it's stuff we got to look at. You see they're reporting about the economy saying that this month, it's October now, they expect issues with the economy because of Corona. And they're putting everything on Corona, as you can see. Everything is being put because of Corona. Biden has to do this. We have to spend all this money. It's put us further and further into debt, and it can lead to an economic problem. And they're making sure they put it on and be sure to say that the unvaccinated is causing a problem. Because if the unvaccinated just go ahead and take the jab, then everything will be fine. Stuff will go back to normal. And they're putting the pressure on everybody. It's a lot going on. It's one of the things we talked about in the strategy. You got to look at what's taking place. I talked about how when you had them give everybody money, they crippled the small businesses. So now you can't run back to the small businesses to get a job. And it's not so many regulations in place for small businesses, under 100 employees to go ahead and implement this whole, vaccination thing. So with them gone, it's forcing people to go ahead and get jobs with bigger corporations and companies that, has to abide by, what they want to do is, mandate. So today you had Biden talk about, making these companies, corporations go ahead and mandate for vaccinated employees. They're pushing it. It's not going nowhere, people. Eventually, where you work at, they're going to force you to get the vaccine or to lose your job. It's going to happen. Then what's going to happen is while people run for unemployment and it grows and grows and grows, there's not going to be any money there. It's not going to be no money because they gave up all this fucking money for what? Unemployment before. It's gone. They're going to be drained out. People are going to apply and they're going to get denied, and they're not going to talk about it on TV. They're just going to get a letter or an email and they're going to be silent about it. This is what's happening. So people are asking, what can you do? And it's one of the things I said in the video before. If you know anybody in the church, or a lot of jobs are accepting religious reasons for you to not be vaccinated, or if you were sick and you had Corona and you got over it, then you can get a letter from the doctor saying that you got over it. I know a couple of people that did that went to the hospital and he was diagnosed with Corona, and they got a letter from the doctor saying that they got better, because that's a lot easier than taking the jab. But of course, sooner or later, they're going to require all that. That's coming. They're pushing for it. The only thing is now, what's going to happen? What's going to take place for this mandate to happen? What major event is going to happen for them to mandate it? And I told y'all, pay attention to what's going on. The whole thing with the whole riots on the Capitol, what happened? That was an excuse for them to barricade and gate the Capitol. So if you go down to Washington, D.C. right now, there's gates everywhere. It's troops everywhere. They did that ahead of time. So something is coming. They're pushing it. Now you see them trying to pass for 5 to 7-year-olds to be vaccinated, to get that approved. So it's not going nowhere. It's coming. It's pushing. It's the whole reason for me putting out this information so you can understand what's taking place and what's coming. But it's a lot. Now, as I said, they don't need to pass a law. They don't really need to mandate it. They just need to get these companies to put it in their policy to say you can't come in here without being vaccinated, or you can't work here without being vaccinated. The more they do that, it's done. It's the same thing with vaccine passports. They're not really going to need them if they get the airlines to require it, or if they get, everybody to require it in order for you to come into a state or country or what have you. So if you just have a vaccine, a card or what have you, proof that you've been vaccinated, that would be enough. And Eventually, they might parlay that into a passport or to be able to put it on your passport or new passports that you've been vaccinated. So we don't know exactly what they're going to do, but they don't really need to do it if everybody is mandating this stuff. So like I said, pay attention to what's happening in Europe. You've seen what happened in Melbourne with the construction workers. They tearing it up over there. They fighting with the cops. These dudes is not playing. I told you, white folks is pissed. They're not having it. So it's been non-stop protests since the mandate in Australia, France, and England. They have not stopped. It's been every single day they've been protesting. They've been going crazy over there. So I said, pay attention to what's happening there. So they're getting the labor unions to go ahead and mandate it. So now, if the labor unions, because not all of them, they're about split 50-50 right now, but a lot of them are for vaccinations. But if they get the labor union, I don't care where you're working at, you've been with your job for how long. If all the labor unions sign on, which they will, that's it. Or they're going to force you to, quit or look for work elsewhere. And as I said, they did all this with the giving us all this unemployment so that they run out of it, so that the wells are dry and the government can legit say, well, we can't afford to pay all these people. You got to get vaccinated. And as I said, pay attention to the refugees coming in. As I talked about in strategy, refugees coming in, they're taking jobs. They already said that they're going to hire these refugees and train them. They're going to be the ones that take a lot of jobs. You're going to see them a lot. So what's really going to stop them? Is it going to turn out like in Europe with the protests and the riots? They prepare for it. They're preparing for it. So we got to pay attention. And, it's crazy. You see it everywhere. See it in sports, NFL players, all this COVID stuff. And then now you have more and more, stadiums. LA just jumped in and said, we're going to require throughout LA, you can't go to a Lakers game or Rams game or in any of those stadiums without being fully vaccinated. And you have other states, New York, other states going to catch on and follow up. And then this is what's happening. It's spreading just like, I said it would. There was no fans in the stadium, before the vaccination, and players was playing. They say, no, it's a distraction. It's all bullshit. Players were still playing with each other. Now, all of a sudden, they required them to be vaccinated when they just went, the season, and it was in a bubble, not vaccinated. NFL didn't have a bubble. They played unvaccinated. So you see what's going on. It's a lot of players. You're seeing a lot of people fold. You're seeing a lot more commercials. You can't watch and see a commercial without somebody, celebrity or former athlete, taking the jab. So it's forced and something that's being pushed so hard is crazy. If they was trying to help us out, they wouldn't mandate the shit. Plain and simple. If they really cared about people, then we would have free healthcare 100% across the board. There's just so much stuff that we could point to say how much bullshit this is. And it's crazy. The fact that you can't type corona or say it without the algorithm picking it up and putting a disclaimer down there. That's crazy. That's telling you that this is not going nowhere. It's going to lead to something major. They took down, I couldn't post for a week because of me talking about this, which is why I have disclaimer up always now, because I missed a disclaimer on that last video. But you can't speak your opinion on this. And it's like everything is getting censored more and more dealing with this. And then, it's just a lot going on. So we got to pay attention. And like I said, it's a lot more with this. And it's all leading towards a bunch of other stuff. This is just the beginning. So, yeah, people hit me up about earthquake and tsunami and everything like that. And, I don't know what's up with that whole thing. Like, I know it's about 2 or 3 volcanoes that if they implode, it will basically, if they implode, it will basically put the entire East Coast underwater and some of the southern states underwater for a while. The waters will eventually recede, but I mean, you can imagine that kind of destruction. But I don't see them going that far. I don't think nothing like that's going to happen. We have the earthquakes in Haiti. We don't know. Like I said, what are they prepared to do? How far are they willing to go if people are not getting vaccinated? So to me, it's going to be like what's happening in Europe with all the mandates. And, the people, if you got it, man, if you got the shot already, don't be fucking joining in with this stuff, man. Like if they mandate it, don't be going to these shops. Like stay out of there. At least in France, nobody is going into a lot of the restaurants. You have, rich people that's going to some, But a lot of the people that is vaccinated are protesting going into the shops and everything. So nobody goes, it's better. Eventually they're going to be pushing to just, hopefully change the policies. And we don't know, because to me, like I said in the videos, my DVDs, that once they get their number, then everything is going to roll back. It's not something that's going to stay in place. So the whole name of the game is hold on and let all the stupid people that want to go get vaccinated. It's like, hold on until the mandate stops. Because when they get their number, that's it. It's going to stop. It's not going to be required once they get their numbers, because that's what it's really all about. And then hopefully then they'll roll it back with the jobs that's requiring people to get it. Because if people are not working, if it's a problem business wise, I expect them to do that, but it's going to be a holdout. We don't know how long it's going to go or what companies is going to force it, but I expect it coming across the board. And it's October. And as I said, you got the holiday season coming up. This would be the perfect time for them to do it. And as I said, I think it's going to be Walmart that's going to come out and be the first one, because you have to think about it. I mean, we're talking about the NFL. We're talking about all these major corporations. These are businesses. To work at Walmart, you have to do this. Like, it don't make sense for you to require all of your employees to be vaccinated, but then you have people that's going to be in the store all day long or for hours. It's going to be customers in there all day to be unvaccinated. They can come in and not be vaccinated. What's the point of the employees being vaccinated then? It don't make sense. That little plexiglass they putting up ain't stopping nothing. But, somebody sneeze, it is what it is. But that's how you would look at it from their point of view. It's not logical for them to just keep allowing people to come in there unvaccinated. So eventually they're going to mandate it. And I think they're probably going to do it, the end of the month, getting closer towards holiday season. It's ways around this. And like I said, I talked about this in the videos, and it's things that you can do to prepare. So it's not going nowhere. And I wish it was. And I hate, being the bearer of bad news and keep talking about this, but it's not. They're pushing for it. And unfortunately, we don't have enough conscious people, or people who don't have the fucking balls to step up and say something like they do in France and like they're doing over there in Australia. And they're telling you right now, like I said, they're telling us they're going to do something that's going to have us out in the street. So we're waiting on that. And as I said, the whole protest, everything that was happening with George Floyd, their whole thing, they trumped this up with all this emotions and all the riots and protests that was happening. Remember, they made it a point to show that it was rioting all over the country. Now you look at those states, they have refugees. And all that was to gauge how many people would actively come outside and protest and would actively break shit, throw bricks. So now they know that if this amount of people is willing to do all this over somebody who they don't really even know being killed, imagine what's going to happen once, your money is on the line, or, your freedom, your ability to be able to feed yourself and your family. How are people going to react? And I think that what we see in Australia and what we see in France and everything is a big preview as to what's going to happen. The difference is, those people are, for the most part, I'm not going to say peaceful because they tearing shit up, but for the most part, they okay. It's not going to be the same here. It's not. So they seen with the construction workers, how they blocked off the expressway. The cops was literally running from them. Go online and look up the videos about the construction workers in Melbourne, Australia, and watch those videos and see how those cops is running and how they're not playing. Like, they beating the shit out of those cops over there. Like, it's crazy. So who knows how it's going to go down here? Crime rate is going up. People desperate. It's getting crazy. It's getting crazy. So like I told you guys in the video, and the strategy and everything in the agenda, make sure you guys are prepared and, ready for whatever. But don't want to make this too long. I want to thank you guys for watching, and thanks to everybody who took advantage of the sale. Take advantage of it. I'm telling you, it's not going to come back. And I'm only doing it this long. I was going to do it one day, but I'm only doing it this long because I know that some people, if I put this video out today, which is Thursday right now, so hopefully it comes out today, I know people probably won't even see this video until Monday. That's how it goes. I know it happens like that because I know people who even have the alerts turned on. Some of my family members hit me up and be like, hey, you just posted a new video. And I was like, yeah, I posted that like a week ago. And I did just now getting the alerts. So that happens. So I'm going to do it from today. That's why I'm doing it on a Thursday. You know, I usually drop shit at 3 o'clock in the morning on the weekend, but I'm doing it now. So give people a heads up and give people time to do it. Take advantage of it. Grab it. It's everything. All my videos, every single thing, including the audio video book for the self-inflicted religious deception. And for the entire thing, it costs less than or the same price as all that stuff. So as the audio book and as stock market. So, I mean, it's more than a deal. It's more than fair. And yeah, we're talking about over 85 videos. I mean, it's more than 85. It's like 100, over like 100 videos. So make sure you got the space. And remember, as I said, if you don't have the space, once you pay for it, you can always request more time. It never runs out. All you have to do is click the original link that you get emailed and ask for more time, download the video. It's just that simple. So don't be thinking that, you know, if you don't get a link, just send me an email. I didn't get the link yet. You will get it. Just have patience. You know, hit me up. I will make sure you get the link. The link should be sent to you right after you pay. If you run out of time, use that same link to request more time and you will get it. You know, just be patient. So yeah, I want to thank everybody. You know, this is a lot going on. It's a lot that I'm doing. Appreciate the support. Everybody who's been watching, been enjoying conversations with a lot of people. Make sure you follow me on Instagram. I'm posting some dope videos on there on Instagram. If you ain't following me on Instagram, listen, I'm not going to critique your Instagram. I'm not going to go on your Instagram and be like, oh, well, she a hoe. Or, well, this nigga ain't really conscious. I don't got time for all that. So if you scared that I'm going to be critiquing your Instagram, I ain't got time for that. Make sure you follow because I put a lot of shit on Instagram that you're going to need to see that I don't put up on there. So posts be dope. Conversations be dope. One of the best places to hit me up if you really need to get in contact with me, if it's really that important, is just hit me up on Instagram in the comment section. Just say DM me real quick or something like that. If it's important, if it's not, I'm not going. I don't got time. But yeah, I'm on Instagram. So make sure you hit me up at the real Merkabah. Look at the 2 videos that I just put up. Deep shit. Make sure you look at those videos. That's on my Instagram. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Oh yeah. Make sure you subscribe to the other channel. Like where y'all at? It's like, I don't know. I think it was like over 1,000 people. Like, come on. Follow me on the other YouTube channel. The link is in the description because yo, shit, they might drop me again after this video. I'm not sure. Make sure you follow that channel. So if they do drop me, you know where to find the videos or the latest information on the other channel, which I will upload this video on the other channel as well. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next video.